I'm not sure which way I want this to go. I'm not sure it's really up to me either. Yorkie, is going to get a gift from Hashem today. That's if I'm the real deal. And if he doesn't, well, I go back to my life. System B. And I can't tell you one way or another which way I want this to go. So I've just decided I don't really give a fuck. Hashem, he's going to do what he wants to do. And whichever way he wants to roll, I roll with it. Because he is the fucking king of the jungle. He is the king of the fucking jungle. In my mind. Now, I don't know. We're going to see what Yorkie has to say. If anything. Again, it's either have every single human being on this planet know exactly who I am and smooth this whole bitch out the way that I would envision it, or anonymity and rebuild my life. I can articulate every facet of this system that there is available from the book of Revelation and Torah. I can have conversations with rabbis. I have. I can have conversations with staunch Republicans. I was at a movie premiere for Michael Moore's new documentary tonight with a shitload of liberals where Michael Moore spoke. I was +1 to a New York Post page 6 editor. If this goes the way that I expect it to go, see, Yorkie, he's been giving his money away like a funnel to good deeds for the past 40 years. The same amount of time that the Camp David Peace Accords, as of 3 days from now, will have been in effect. He did the same thing. He's been doing the same thing I did before I was anointed. My theory, and he's agnostic too. He sounds like he needs more data. And my theory is this. The reason I became anointed as the second person in the history of the human species is because I knew that it was from God. And I was okay. It was a gift. So an agnostic who's been, contributing enough to society to, to permit, to draw the anointment. It sounds so crazy to say it, but this is real. Anyway, he's done the good deeds. The thing is, Hashem, he can't anoint him if Yorkie isn't prepared. And the two things I thought was, one, there's a God. And two, he's good. So in my package I sent to Yorkie, I said, you're going to receive a vision from Hashem. Don't be afraid. It's a gift. Which covers the two things I thought, which is one, there's a God, and two, he's good. It's from Hashem, and it's a gift. So if he has those two things, plus a date locked in his mind, and it happens, well, his mind won't snap. He deserves it, so Hashem will give it to him. I'm the real deal. He needs help interpreting it. And we start getting other people who've given charitably to do the same thing. That makes sense to me. KKK members, neo-Nazis or whatever, drug addicts, thieves, LGBT, staunch Republicans, liberals, tree-hugging liberals, Muslims, Jews, Christians, Hindus, Buddhists, Taoists, North Koreans, South Koreans, Japanese, Kenyans, South Africans, all Africans. all Europeans, everyone has to be accounted for. Every single fucking human being you have to cover on this one. You have to look out for everyone's interests who are meek, who can't defend themselves, and people who can. You got to solve it all. I can do that. And if I can't in a particular moment, I will say, this is not your fault, it's mine. I'm fucking up. But I'm willing, because no one's ever done this before in this method, I'm willing to admit that, investigate, make the decision, move on. Simple. Until everyone has a deal that they like, because it's either this or extinction. That's it. That's my message. So let's hope I can get some support. And if not, this thing's... Were I God? I'm not God. That's the first commandment. There's one God. That's not me. That's God. But if I were putting myself in his shoes empathetically, I would say this is the guy. I can go back to the other system. I can work. I can make money. It's easy. I'm in a fucking suit. Simple. Connected. I look good. Reasonable. I'm looking out for everyone's interests. I match all prophetic requirements. And this whole thing is going to turn out to be one big gift of, hey, these are your last few fucking moments before everyone in the fucking world knows who you are. Or I'm wrong, which I'm not. Just saying, from a third party perspective watching this, or I'm wrong. That's that. And I don't care either way. It's all about him. Hashem. Simple.